It's now 7:30. I'd like to state that the meeting is open. Members present tonight, Scott Glovin, myself, Andy Stevenson, Art Edgerton, Rick Madden, Greg Walsh, Sharon Tools, and our administrative assistant, Mary Kearney. What else? Hearing is recorded. Please note that this meeting is being made available to the public through a video and audio broadcast on PAC TV Government Access Channel for broadcast at future dates. Comments made in open session will be recorded. Let's see, first hearing is scheduled at 7:40, so we have some time to go over some other items here.
Scott, can you talk to me, Pen?
First, we have to take care of the ongoing business, the wild parsnip. If there was anything new on that?
No, we were going to, Bob was going to negotiate, I believe, find out what they're gonna, how much they're gonna dig out, and what,
Yep.
and we wanna deal with a dig out possibly, that's what we'll have to do on the rest of it.
Total.
So I'm gonna talk to that agent and get back to you.
Okay.
That's where we're gonna be in the spring.
Springtime on that?
I would think,
All right.
or maybe before, you can't do it when it's frozen, but.
Landis is wrapping up, he's just gonna get a few things done, so that won't be this year.
Right, but, talk about the off-site one also. Yeah, I think,
Follow it.
yeah, what I was thinking, just real quick, to add 2 cents to it, is you may, if we're gonna be digging it out, maybe it would be smart to mow that if it's froze up really good in the winter. Just to mow it and then, you know, dig out what we're gonna dig out there too, when we get to that, rather than try to deal with the brush and everything else at the same time as digging. So, discussion, further discussion later.
Mow it?
Well, if it freezes, you could mow off all the top brush, and then you'd be able to dig it out easier. Be a lot,
If we mow it, is that gonna send stuff out?
it's pretty much gonna be frozen into the ground at that point.
No, I mean the tops, would that release anything?
No,
Oh,
top
okay.
is down, everything's pretty much released, I've
Almost
looked at it,
better
the
way.
seeds have dropped already.
Cut off wheel?
Yeah.
Like that, or
Just-
cut off saw,
yeah,
something like that?
just, yep, zip it, and if it's frozen, they're gonna be frozen into the mat, it's not gonna go anywhere.
Right.
But it would really probably facilitate digging it out, I would think, when you go to do it. A lot less sloppy loads.
So it's more or less dormant, you know, if it
And
went
frozen down into the land. And just clear the brush off it, and then be a lot easier to dig out, if that's the what we're gonna do. So, we'll look into that and have further discussion. I make a motion for further discussion another time.
Correct. Second.
Good.
Who's contribution? Yeah.
I see you, bud. I was working there, guys, sorry I'm not dressed up there.
It's all right. And Matthew Ball Fields is also an ongoing business, anything new with that? No? Okay. Yeah, it's a mail folder, I assume, right? Get that on us.
Ball fields are the trees, that's just the ball field.
That is just.
That is the trees also.
It is.
Yeah, it's just an ongoing business, so I just figured that would
2 cents an hour wood.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna put a plan together, plant some trees around there, and Tubbs Meadow and possibly Box Well, so that's,
And the trees are coming from the ball field project, so that's where it relates to the process. Further discussion? Make a motion that we put on for further discussion next meeting.
It's ongoing business.
Ongoing business. Good.
Repairs in there, you want to talk, we have 4 minutes.
is that the window?
We talked to Bobby, and we would like to put a up-to-date pipe in for the stove and do a clean-up and start to hold some sort of meetings there, and just a general renewal of interest in the building, and fix the windows and just put it up to grade. So right now it's got like junk in it, like to have it, so at least looks nice, and you have a meeting there, or maybe you start doing certain meetings there. But first, preserve the building. I looked at that, I'm going to solicit, if I can, if I'm allowed to do this, for pipes from local, like say, Lowe's or Materials.
Don't we
Go
just
budget.
purchase them and reimburse?
We have a tax rate number, right, so I'm pretty good with these guys.
All we have to do is get a price and the commissioner's got to agree on it.
Okay,
that's all.
okay, so we'll put that together.
Which building is that?
The
Here
only,
in check.
yeah, the herring shack, not the,
Not the one that they're doing over.
you know, the one we're doing.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we've been working on that. Is there a contract they needed on that?
I would think at one point, we have to, we've got to put permits, how it works. So at that point, we have to have a contractor on the permit, right? I don't know how this works. We can just,
You just go in and talk to Tracy and she'll steer you in the right direction.
okay,
Where, you know, if it's not a major construction issue,
It's already there, it just has to be,
yeah.
Wait,
I mean, a window repair, they're not gonna make it.
What about an application of some sort of preservative to the roof, and how do we go about the right stuff?
That would be more, I think, on us than it would be over there.
Okay,
Um,
just we need to preserve that roof, or we
Right,
replace
I
it
would,
with
I
one
would
or the
think
other.
that would be, we just have to find something that's environmentally friendly. and
It's
use-
easy to put on.
Could be mineral oil.
I've used linseed oil,
what about
linseed oil.
marine stuff they use on boats? It's safe.
I'm sure it's, and I'm sure the fisheries would have more to say about it than we would.
Well, linseed oil is
As far as-
inert, linseed oil is inert, I've used it for years on roofs, that's what they use, that low turpentine.
I would think you just have to get a letter from conservation,
Yeah,
basically
say that-
allowing, and then a letter from Herring Fisheries allowing
Yeah,
the work there.
that's easy.
Yeah,
Good
Just
thing
to
about that,
cover our
put it
bases.
on anything that isn't rain.
Right, it doesn't pose a threat or anything at all like that. Okay.
the stove pipe, the only thing I do mention that is,
Twin wall.
well, we might want to, it's always been confusing me whether the building inspector checks it out or the fire department check the location of the stove pipe.
Right.
And
The stove.
what the clearances we need. I'd be very hard to press to say that stove's UV, was it UL or UV tested or?
No, no,
Right.
what we need there would
Up
be,
to date.
we need cement board, a half-inch clearance behind it with a draft behind it, and cement board has a 0 clearance as long as you have a half-inch behind it. I know that it's
See,
a
the
half
trees
inch
above
before the
the
draft.
stovepipe need to be trimmed.
Yeah, I would just say, you know, either check with the fire chief
Yeah, let's get a
or
look at it.
Right.
the building department, see what they recommend.
I would say fire chief where it's fire, I mean, that's the thing we're real concerned about.
It's tricky,
Okay.
yeah.
For sure. I would put those together.
Tell you what, I'd have them both look at it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, they go together.
When in doubt,
Yeah,
I'd say
absolutely.
just see Tracy, she's very helpful.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Good. That'd be nice to do. That's a good place to do that too, and so, well,
All right. So it is now 7:40. I'm opening a hearing for notice of intent for 300 Center Street, Dunphy, DEP file number SE 56-973.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Thank you. How you doing?
Not too bad, thank you. Can you step up? Who are you, sir?
Rick Grady from Grady Consulting.
Hi, Rick.
It's Jim Costello and Dennis Dunphy, the applicants. They are in the process of remodeling the former Lake Palace in Oliveras. We've been meeting with the planning board on a few different occasions over the last 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks or so.
These are the green cards, Barry.
Yes.
Thank you.
Basically, the short story is they wanted to remodel the restaurant and open it without changing the number of seats, without changing parking, basically clean it up and open it up as a new restaurant. Planning board required them to file for site plan approval. And one of the things that they were really adamant about was improving the quality of stormwater prior to discharging to Hockomock Pond. Drainage from the existing parking lot flowed in a kind of southeasterly direction down the parking lot towards the pond. The existing building's located in this area here. A portion of the flow came overland and directly to the pond. A portion of it was collected by a catch basin just to the left of the front entrance to the building. We don't know for sure where that discharges. We believe it discharges in some crushed stone infiltration. There were some improvements to the property over the last couple of months, going back to the summertime, where they installed a crushed stone patio, a little grass area that eventually they'd like to use as a fire pit, and they installed some fencing along that area as well. Prior to the installation of that, there was kind of a compacted dirt area where that runoff was hitting the corner there, basically just flowing directly into the pond. They dug out an area about 10 by 12 and about 8 feet deep below the grass in this area here, filled with crushed stone. Around that, they did the pea stone, as well as some 2 by 6 batten boards around the bottom of the fence. That whole area is kind of serving to filter that water before discharging to the pond and eliminating that direct discharge. The planning board, in working with their consultant, Peter Palmieri at Merrill, wanted to replace the catch basin that exists just in front of that front door there. He's looking to at least get a deep sump footed catch basin on that. So that will provide some removal of total suspended solids and provide some improvement of the water quality prior to discharge. We spent quite a bit of time running hoses into that and walking the property with Peter Pembroke, as well as having Al Wood out with a camera to camera the pipes, just trying to find out exactly where that goes. We were never able to find a discharge pipe along the banking to the pond. So our best estimate of what it's doing is discharging to some subsurface leaching. When we do replace that, we are proposing to replace the piping kind of right around the bend. With the camera, we could see what appeared to be a small junction box right by the corner of the foundation. So I suspect once we do dig that up, we will find a little better idea what's going on around the corner there, around the bend. We want to connect solid piping into whatever that's doing, which we do believe is discharging to the crushed stone.
Did you try a die pack in the crushed stone and see what comes out anywhere?
I'm sorry,
Did
we
you try
did
a
not.
die pack in the
We did not.
drink?
Yeah. I thought about that, and then at the time we were getting a lot
Could
of
take a
scrutiny from
week,
the
2
planning
weeks,
board.
you don't know.
Yeah,
You don't know, you just don't know when it's gonna come out of where, that's the thing.
I was a little afraid of having the red guy all of a sudden show up with the scrutiny these guys were under.
So if it does, it would be a good thing to know and mitigate at one point, but,
Uh,
you know.
In addition to that fenced area and pea stone and crushed stone area, the planning board's consultant wanted to extend some additional stormwater treatment uphill a little bit, just to the left as you're facing it from Center Street. So we're proposing the installation of a grass filter strip and an infiltration trench, along with a row of inkberry bushes. There has been some erosion in there. The drainage definitely comes off this corner of the parking lot right here,
Yep.
and it's washed away a bit of the embankment in this area here.
I was there the other day.
So what we'd like to do is we'd like to install a few bin blocks across where that erosion has taken place,
We good?
get some crushed stone behind there and level that back up again and correct the erosion that has taken place. So again, that's going to improve water quality prior to discharge to the pond. We're also proposing, they installed a new gutter on the back of the building. And we're proposing to connect one downspout into the crushed stone below the grass, the second one into a dry well, which is a precast concrete flow diffuser that we're proposing in that area there. There is no new pavement, so we have no new increased runoff. It is a redevelopment project as far as stormwater management goes, in which case we're required to do what the maximum feasible compliance is with stormwater
Best
requirements.
practice.
So with that, I'd be glad to answer any questions you guys may have.
I pretty much looked at the piece of land and it's not, you know, there's nothing to really save there. It's pretty much all, in my opinion, non-indigenous, you know, non-native stuff growing there. You know, it's really a mess. Anything you do will improve. Within reason. I don't want to give a blank check on that one.
No, pretty simple what they want to do. They,
Just continue.
yeah.
I don't know what's going on. It's kind of a little concerning. If it's been working and it's not broke, I understand, don't fix it, it's an older project to rehab. But it's kind of just, I'm just inquisitive.
We spent quite a bit of time looking at that. We've got the camera down there, everything, just trying to figure out what's going on, and short of digging the whole thing up and really making a mess, that's about where we stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We will have a better opportunity to take a peek at it once they excavate that catch basin.
No, I think it's a big improvement, but the place looks really nice. A lot of nice work on it.
Thank you. I've been here since 1976, born and raised in Bryanville, and it means a lot to me. I grew up on Stetson Pond, so the ponds mean a lot to us as well, and we want to give something really nice to Pembroke while doing business. It's something that we're excited to have you guys all up and host you guys as well. On Friday, if you guys would look for an email, they'll be circulating an email, and everyone from the town offices as well as first responders are, is it Thursday night or Friday night that we're doing that? Thursday. I haven't slept much, so Thursday night, we're doing that, so you guys will all be invited up for a preview party.
Nice.
Yep, so I'd like them all to, everyone from the town offices, even if you told us to screw tonight, we'd still invite you up.
That's what.
We'll have some fun.
Do you have a plan on opening date?
Yeah, we're looking at like Saturday full opening, so we're gonna do a couple previews. There'll be a lot of things, going on throughout the months. I feel grand openings are usually grand disappointments in my
Yes.
opinion. So we're gonna have a nice build-up of coming events and things that will happen. So we really care about the town, and that's what our goal is. Like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I have 7 kids. I'm pretty rooted into this community. Been here since '76. So I'll show you some. I have a Brian from not too many will show that. I knew you guys would appreciate that. So.
Well, but over 2359.
Yeah. No. Well, we were the from the wrong side of the tracks back in the day in Bryan. So.
There's no wrong side in Pembroke.
I agree. Thank you.
Don't see on the plan here is hay bales, double stick hay bales.
Oh, okay.
Or silk sock.
We
or-
proposed a silk sock, full perimeter is labeled on there, and it's actually a little bit easier to see on the 10 scale here. The dark line is the proposed erosion control. Yep. And the detail for it is, top of the left corner over here. We expect 18-inch.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's not on the
These 12.
detailed plan that I opened up, so that's fine, that's
And
fine.
no excavation work to start until Bobby goes out and checks it.
Yeah,
That's all.
12 is more than sufficient,
Okay.
in that case, so it just wasn't on this plan here, other than that, I had no issue at all with it, just protection for runoffs into the pond.
Wood chips on
Because
the
that top
outside.
area will be a huge help with that, so road, you can almost see the sandbar out there a little bit from where it came in.
Kim, that's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, no, sure has, anything will help it.
Sandbars make shoals for fish to get caught up and moving up the fish. Fishing spot.
That's it.
They said we could serve on the sandbar. Joking.
That's a different board you need to go from.
That's the fish.
We're
board.
joking.
Avoid the runoff from Erickson. Why?
You're supposed to just come and smile.
Nah, never happened, Scott.
Well, we know there's an oddity with, there may be a pipe in a place that may not be there in a few places on this property as far as drainage.
Yeah.
All you can do is try to find it, do the best with it, it's best practice, and you seem to be doing that.
Especially it's pre-existing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And nobody really knows. You have to get a fire in the town hall, a lot of records are wrong.
I think a lot of what happened with this site predates the fire, predates the records too.
Well, like I said,
Not sure there
yeah,
was ever anything to
that's what
find.
I'm saying.
How many ghosts in there?
Ghost, 100%.
Yeah?
100%. I watched the staging thing go by, the Vegas staging with the roller wheels. Jim and I were up there one night working late, and it literally went by on the deck, and the deck is level, so it didn't make any sense at all. It was weird. It's very weird. Then.
That's nothing for Pembroke.
No.
There's the ghost that comes up, a princess from the Wampanoags that was wronged, and she comes up on the stump of
Thank
the
you.
full moon
Do one of you want to
in
sign
the
this?
fog and howls on the pond.
What pond is it?
Your pond.
Really?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Maybe you should have a grand opening, have a stump float up with a mystical person on it. Fog machine.
Oh,
Okay.
oh I did have a question. Do I sign this here?
No, I didn't know.
It's
you
also
did
for
it.
folklore, the ponds.
I did have a question. I don't know if it's the right time or the right place, but I figured you guys would know better than anyone, respectfully. In Monpont, what is it? B&R's. They have some sort of like temporary, like a water fountain thing. Like they have those in
Yes.
Florida.
Yes.
Is that anything you guys would be against? Moving water, as long as it wasn't a loud thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like in Florida, in the lakes, they have the
Yeah, they have
the pumps.
The fountain,
Fountain. Yeah, it's like a fountain.
it's a geyser basically.
Yes, guys. Would you guys be opposed to that? Does it do anything negatively?
That's a big question,
Yep.
probably with a lot of different ramifications.
Yeah, I would think that would have,
I didn't know
I
if it was
think
an
that's a separate issue,
Sure.
Sure.
Right.
Fill out.
Yeah, aesthetically, it looks okay, I agree, but
Yes.
I think in order to dig and trench and get that done and install it out
Oh
there-
no, they just float out like a small raft.
Oh, is that
You,
all
yeah,
that
you
is?
don't dig and entrench or anything.
Right.
It's kind of like you put one in your pool
Yeah.
and it hooks up to the blower and it just goes up on its own.
We'd have to make it with a
You sent me
princess, a
those.
floating stump, and
Yeah.
I'll be the princess.
That would be a separate issue.
Okay.
If at that point, when you're ready to do that, we can go ahead and look and see once you have a model and whatnot.
Yeah.
and
We go
you're
from
not
there.
building this thing, it comes from a.
Yeah, it's manufactured. It's pretty much a remote control thing that you float out. I think it may be anchored. Do you remember, Jim, if it was anchored or not?
That must be.
I think it was anchored and it more or less just was a thing that turned water up a little bit,
Now, would that run a cord?
I think it might have been run on batteries, was it, Jim? The one we looked at?
Yeah.
I think it may
So
have
you
been on
could use
batteries.
it during an event or something, not.
Yeah, you wouldn't,
That's what
yeah,
you're
not
thinking.
permanently, yeah, just something that you
Probably
float out
better
maybe on a
chance
weekend
to
event or,
A lot less paperwork too.
yeah. Temporary,
You
makes
can
sense.
keep the seagulls away.
Yes. Exactly.
Are you in a butter? Do you have any questions on this? Nothing? Okay. Anything else on it? No. Do we have a motion to close?
Motion to close with a regular boilerplate,
Yeah, we gotta close it first.
okay. Gotcha. Vote to close.
Second close.
Okay. Motion to close has been made. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No? Okay. Now.
There you go. Yeah, say just the usual old style -3. And that's, he'll write that up, I'm sure, with the office. That's a good thing. -3 is a good thing. As Bob always says.
Yep. Yeah. Just make sure Bob checks it before any excavation starts, that's all.
So motion's been made for -3?
Actually, it's a standard order of conditions.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
With the standard order of conditions. Okay. Anybody second it?
Second.
Okay.
Joe.
Everybody
Second and
second
third.
it. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nice.
Thank you, everyone.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. It's been a pleasure working with you, and we look forward to hosting you all on Thursday.
I will need a
Thank you
check
for
for
hiring a bunch of-
$77,
No problem.
made payable to the Registry of Deeds.
Registry deeds, okay?
And, how soon do you need this? Can you wait till the
But you don't kill me.
8th of November?
How does that work in regards to the next meeting of the planning board?
You'll be fine.
So we didn't need it till the.
Yeah, you
Okay,
really don't have to do the work until the spring.
Okay.
From what we talked about with the planning board.
Sure.
So it's a question of whether you wanna try and do it now, whether we wanna wait a little bit.
Stamped and signed what they used to.
He's gonna send me the, stamped,
Your
She-
stamp on the
and he
stormwater.
signed it.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you, good luck.
hopefully we'll see you guys all Thursday as well. Thank you.
This Thursday?
This Thursday, yes.
It's a busy day. What time?
We're gonna send an email out. What time were we planning on, Jim? is it around 7, I think? Or 6 to 9 or something along those
6
lines?
to 9.
Yeah, do you guys get an email? I think someone from the town was gonna send an email from within, maybe Sabrina, so you guys all circulate on email or no?
Yeah, Mary will forward it to us.
Mary,
Everybody
okay,
above me, but I'll get the news.
all right. Someone will call you?
Friday morning, right?
And a couple of young kids are happy to be employed, so thanks for employing the younger kids.
Yeah, we took on pretty much every kid that come on. We employed every single one of them, and I think the tough part is, as a parent myself, is not having parents mad if the kid doesn't want to work hard. You know what I mean? We are instilling a hard work ethic, but there wasn't one kid in the town we denied. So
Yeah, no, it worked out well. One of my son's friends came over and was psyched.
awesome. Yeah, some really nice kids that were kind of quiet and not in the social scene and stuff, and they come in and they were like nervous. I said, "Come in." I'm like, "Why are you here?" And they're like, and I said, "Do you want to work?" They're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Great." Those are the type of kids we like. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
perfect, good.
we give them a safe environment and a good positive outlook. So
Great.
That's awesome.
thank you so much, guys. We look forward to hosting you. Would you like the shutter open?
You can leave it open, thank you.
If you go there and eat more than $50 worth of food, you have to declare.
Yes, I know that.
I better get a declaration every time I go.
Actually, I think they do openings for not just municipal people, they will be inviting other people to train the wait staff.
Yeah,
That's how they typically
yeah,
do it.
exactly.
So it isn't just
It's a
something
soft
that's
opening is what it is.
available
We kinda like the
to,
guinea pigs.
Yeah, it's a soft opening,
town
exactly.
employees.
People.
Yeah,
If I don't recognize the number, I don't answer it.
yeah, right,
I'll
right.
let them voicemail.
If it ain't quacking, then forget about it.
If it ain't quacking, it's lacking.
That's it. All right, the 750, Hanrad for 17 Marley Mac Way.
They want to open and continue it.
Let's open and continue to November 14th.
So that is to be open and then continued to November 14, 2016 at 7:40 p.m. That's the Hanrad for 17 Marley Mac Way, Basile, DEP file SE 56-972. Have a motion for that?
I'm also going to continue that here.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's it. On to the administrative business, which is the mail and stuff like that.
Yep.
I didn't do a cover sheet for this one. I'm sorry.
We also have on the minutes of the meeting from August 15th, 2016, August 29th, 2016, September 19th, 2016, and September 26th, 2016. Has everybody had time to review those and approve them?
Yes.
Oh, that's right too, okay.
He's not ready.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We'll probably need a motion to continue those until the next meeting.
Make a motion, to continue those to the next meeting.
Second.
Motion's been made to continue the approval of those minutes of the meeting from August 15th, August 29th, September 19th, and September 26th, 2016. So the board can review them. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
that's after we.
No, we're up now.
Okay.
We're clear, everything
I
else.
brought up before that Lindy's is just uncooperative in doing the cleanup of the trash that comes out of their business. It goes on the street. It is flushing right into Herring Brook. I put brush across it. It's just, and I guarantee you pick up those tickets and every one of those tickets will go back to their store.
Okay.
And it's an ongoing problem. It's flushing right into the brook. It's like you flush a toilet, it goes out of the parking lot and right into the brook. I don't know if we may wanna suggest that, I don't think pollutants are any good for the herring. I don't think pollutants are any good for the pond. It's an obvious, I don't know what, I've talked to Bill about it. I don't think there's any bylaws that we can rely on to protect us without some sort of a bylaw, that you have a business, you must deal with your trash. I don't know what else, what do we do, what moves can we make towards a letter, maybe a just strong letter asking for some sort of trash barrels.
See, the most difficult thing is when the new people pick it over, they remove the trash barrels.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
When Rick and Lindy had it,
There was never a
That was
problem, they
it.
scrap up, they have people sweep it up, they,
I don't know if maybe the building department could do an enforcement letter.
yeah.
I don't know if there's some required,
Do we have any authority ourselves? And again, I brought it up as fisheries commission, that if obviously it's not doing the fish any good, we take crap out of there, it clogs the brook up.
Is there, have you found trash in the water?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why
We-
can't you check that?
We dug it out on Sunday.
Yeah.
It's herring were trapped.
And Saturday.
Yeah.
So,
you know, it's one of those things, the selectmen, or the issuing authority of.
do you have pictures of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the exact call license, but they issue their alcohol sale license. I believe they issue
lottery
some type of lottery license.
Yes.
Maybe it's something we could talk to Ed Thorne about, and he could send just a friendly letter stating his issues.
Yeah.
Maybe Bill would know something,
Oh, yeah,
where he was on the police department before. I honestly
Yeah,
don't know.
we're kind of up he said we're kind of up a little creek, we can ask, but unless you have a bylaw stipulating that all businesses have this and a directive on how they do it and stuff, it's gonna be an uphill battle unless they wanna be nice.
I mean, we could start with a letter. There's really nothing.
I mean, I
We could
think if
vote
they got
on
letters
sending a
from-
letter saying, hey, this is an issue. We can all sign it and see if they'll take any action based on that. And then-
Honestly, I think you might get a little more authority out of having them.
The board next
So
door.
we could send a letter to them technically, right?
I would think it wouldn't hurt for every board to send these people a letter,
It very well,
because
My
this
honest
isn't gonna
opinion,
go away without some sort of
I don't
action.
think you're gonna get very far.
No, I know.
I think they would have more power next door with their license,
Yes, I agree.
licensing board.
So,
But to be honest with you, I don't know the gentleman personally, but the first thing he did when he took
Took out
over
the trash
from
barrels.
them was remove the trash barrels. And couldn't figure out why, other than he probably didn't want to empty the barrels.
Right, or pay for the trash and take it away, as simple as that, and to be cleaned up.
People just leave it in the parking lot now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
terrible.
kids wing out their car windows and they keep.
Yeah.
well, I
And
mean,
watch
their
them.
Well, they lose,
biggest,
they
their
lose, they
biggest
throw
sale
them.
is lottery
Yeah,
tickets.
and they lose, they throw them out the window, because there's no barrel anymore, you know?
I would make a recommendation, we get the, see if the selectman or the town administrator
Right.
could send a letter
Right.
voicing our concerns.
Agree with that, whereas it might be a little, not authoritative, but they definitely have a bit more authority than that, if that's something we can do.
Maybe I could also look into, in my opinion, it's endangering the outflow of the fish. Maybe we
Yeah.
get the state to send them a letter.
Maybe you could get marine fisheries to,
That's what I'm saying, to help
voice
out.
their concerns.
Yes. I'm sure, Mr. DeCesar with some photographs or
Oh,
whatnot.
it's,
Next, just grab some pictures.
Yeah.
We can, have the email on file for that, we can send it, and show it. And,
you know, in our house, we used to have what we called the wall of shame, with the refrigerator. You brought money, you didn't pay it back, you did this, you owed rent, it was all up on the wall of shame. Sometimes you think the town would need
Well, you know,
Fortunately,
I'm not much on social media, but,
I'm not at all.
you know, maybe it's worth putting a little blurb out on whatever they call it,
We can do
Facebook.
that.
Yeah.
I think that's.
as town,
As town,
I'm
we could,
not
but a
saying
regular
it's-
person on the street
I'm
could
not saying
certainly
it's
do it.
town, I'm just saying as a concerned citizen.
Yeah, exactly. It's just ugly, and it's not gonna get any better.
No.
It's gonna get worse, and,
photographs would be before we clean it, grab any of those.
yes, I'll build it, I'll take some more, it's really easy to get photographs of trash.
Yeah,
It's still
just
there.
with dates on, listen, we got it 1 week, it was this bad, the next week
I
it
got
was
one
this bad.
with him too from the year, like almost 6 months ago, we got stuff on that camera too.
I did hear a
Shows
rumor
it.
that the boxes are disappearing from the other end of the
Yeah,
parking lot.
that's gonna stop the people from dumping everything.
Well, we took out, I believe it was over 20 tires.
Yeah, good job.
That land is pulled out, and we hauled them away, but, talking to the owner of the auto works, I guess he's having the company come down and remove those, boxes, or collection boxes.
Where it's a drought, it's a good time to move anything you got without,
I was amazed what happened on that.
oh, speaking of Tubbs Meadow, a lot of plastic pipes sticking up out of the old bogs, and there's one 4-inch aluminum pipe totally from one bog side to the other, disconnected on both ends, just laying across the bog in the air now. Would not be a bad time to get those out of there. You know?
A lot of.
I've been in touch with
Yeah, no, it's
them.
4-inch irrigation aluminum, and it's all, and it knocks apart, it wouldn't be hard to do. I don't know what, how that works, but it would be nice to get it out of there. Right before the steel building.
I would think it's in our control, so if we can have it done, as long as we say, yeah, it can be done.
That would bring up, how do you get a key to get into those places? Whether it be doing the trees, removal of pipes, other garbage. 50 beer cans to be picked up here and there. Beer
We
can
can
bombs
get a
here
key
and
for
there.
that.
A few beer can bombs here and there.
We can get a key for that.
Actually, it was not as big a, didn't look to be as partied over as some of the other places.
No water, yeah, I don't know if I was hanging around, it was like a dry well out there.
We stopped everybody from accessing out of the parking lot.
Yes.
You access it actually off
Yeah,
of Monroe
off the
Street
lot.
direct, right by Dougie's old house.
Also, were you able to get that gas tank out there?
I made a call to Billy, Billy's having you guys or somebody put the gas tank out of that parking lot.
Yeah, somebody dumped a giant gas tank.
Yeah, and left it so it would catch all the water and rain and wash everything.
We picked up 2 large screen TVs off Elm last week, so.
Gas tanks are nasty, you just can't get rid of them.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
gotta throw them over an excavator first, then you can.
what we did that.
It happens all the time.
See it everywhere.
No, I know, but of all places especially.
That's why we shut down Ridge Road when we had to reopen.
Yeah. Be careful.
Oh, that place is, that is the biggest horrible dump site I've ever seen in Pembroke. People
Most
just-
part, well 5 is right there. That's
Right.
why we shut it down and then we got told we had to reopen it.
Access issue, you know.
Just don't cut out that stump, it gets them all. That one stump sticking up gets them all.
Oh,
There's one stump, if you don't know where you're going, you're gonna find it. Put a few more up.
all right, so someone's gonna look into either contacting the selectmen on that, and
Yeah,
they'll,
I'll find one.
those of you who have pictures, I can do an email to DEP.
Yeah. It's just not gonna go unless we take action. It's-
Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying. An email with pictures attached to Eric is pretty simple to do.
It is.
You know, I think when we do that, we put it in their hands first. See,
Start that
Well,
ball.
See what Ed thinks,
before we drop the
bigger one.
bigger one on them, you know, hey, this is please. Now we don't
Has any stopped and talked to him, or?
I didn't want to make it my mission, not exactly a suit jacket and tie type to talk to these people.
No, I just didn't know if somebody stopped by and said, hey, Is there any chance you could put a barrel back
They
on?
won't do it, I'm sure, Billy has, I'm sure they've gotten the word, they just won't, unless they're directed to directly.
Well, maybe it's one of those issues and, for a temporary fix, we find some snow fencing and put up on the edge of the,
I suggested a fence
On the edge
to
of
Billy,
the-
and he said we'd look into that, because
Yeah, just a little something to stop it from drafting
just,
on one
you
end.
know, just so it's not going
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
the brook.
that'll be even more brutally clear where it's coming from and how much of it there is. It'll work well
Yeah.
both ways.
That would be ideal in a perfect world, it's been unsightly, especially with the trouble people are having navigating the rotary.
Oh my God.
But that's a separate.
It's that circle
ballpark.
sign that gets them, you know? You just need to put arrows
Yeah,
in one direction, that circle.
People are getting used to it.
yeah.
They
yeah.
do.
The fencing
It's
was
not as
actually
bad
a
as I
great
thought.
idea.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, let me see if
Oh,
we might have some small pieces of snow fence at Station Five.
We could just
Okay.
tell them if they don't clean up the parking lot, we're not putting the snow fence up on the other side of the pond.
That's for us, not for them.
I'm just
And that-
saying, though.
That's going out pretty quick.
No, I know, because you know what happens without it.
Hmm.
But you can't walk out of the front door at their place without it either.
No, all I know is it's a call in the middle of the night if it's.
Oh, it's many calls in the middle of the night.
But yeah, we'll see if, I'll see if I can find a piece, I'll stop tomorrow and try to get a rough measurement, because their fence goes to a certain point, doesn't it?
Yes,
So maybe we can just,
and the snow fence let water through and stops. That'll
maybe we
work
can
good.
just add on to theirs and come out to the street almost and.
And good luck getting something. What is that? I think there are some posts there. I believe a couple of guardrail posts.
I don't know.
There should be if there's not.
Not the, they're supposed to be putting the new guardrail up in the next couple of weeks, so, then those Jersey barriers and this will be able to manage the street.
Yep.
Yeah, right at the end.
I'll look into that tomorrow and see what we can do.
Yeah. It's-
And just a reminder, there's a meeting tomorrow night, for the open meeting law, it's at 6 o'clock,
Is it Wednesday?
Tuesday. They also have one at 3 o'clock if you can't make the 6 o'clock, but that's meeting for the board members.
And that said last week, it's mandatory, I just want.
Yeah, no, it said or members of your board that you can communicate with that can explain it, because I can't make it.
It's
I thought we delegated Rick to do it.
mandatory, me,
Alright, so
Meeting law, what's
that thing
that?
that you gave me, the open law meetings and stuff.
You'll know tomorrow night if you go.
I may or may
yeah,
not.
it goes over that.
If I go, I may or may not go. The problem, I'm never certain.
That's new Alzheimer's usually.
Trying to tell me something? Oh, that's the one that's going in up the street.
A motion to close the meeting?
Motion has been made to close the meeting and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, folks.